Welcome all to today's maths class. Today in standard 10 algebra we are going to discuss chapter 4. Chapter name is financial planning. So in this chapter we are going to discuss about financial planning, that means taxes, amounts, discounts, total amounts and GST. So the main topic in this chapter is GST. You all have heard the word GST. So what is GST? The expansion of GST is goods and service tax. After introducing GST, the whole country follows that same tax system, and before GST every state had variety of taxes at different stages of trading. So the taxes that existed before GST was excise duty, tax, service tax, custom duty, VAT, entertainment tax, CST and etc., service tax, central sales tax, etc. So these are the different types of taxes that existed before GST system, that was excise duty, service tax, custom duty, VAT, entertainment tax, luxury tax, CST and etc. So now all of these taxes are subsumed under one name, that is GST. That is all of these taxes are now bring under one name, that is GST tax. The GST was introduced in the year 1st July 2017. 1st of the July 2017 the GST was introduced by the government. So in this chapter we are going to learn how the GST taxes will come in action when we purchase goods from shops. So before that we should understand what is the difference between goods tax and service tax. So here different types of taxes are given. Zero rated means these things doesn't have any tax, and low rated items, goods and service will have 5% of tax, and standard rated items will have 12% of tax. So we can see the zero rated tax items. That means these goods and services doesn't when we purchase them we doesn't need to pay any taxes. What are those items? Essential commodities like food grains, fruits, vegetables, salt, earthen pots, and these are the goods. And what are the services which we don't need to pay any tax? Charitable trust activity, transport of water, uses of roads and bridges, public library, agriculture related services, education and healthcare services, etc. And the items which we need to pay 5% of the amount as tax are the commonly used items such as LPG, gas, tea, coffee, oil, vegetables, spices. For all these goods we have to pay 5%, and the services which we need to pay 5% of tax are railway transport and bus transport, taxi services, air transport, hotels and beverages items. So you know the difference between services and goods. Goods are the items that we buy. Services are the transport, education, health, agriculture, library, roads, railway, bus, everything comes under the services. So for these services and goods both we need to pay taxes. So now let us see what is the tax invoice of goods purchases. So tax invoice of good purchases means the bill of an items that we purchase from a shop when it comes under when GST is applied to the items, how the amount of the different items get affected by GST. So this is the bill of GST. So what all our items are present in this bill? So this bill, so supplier means this bill is of A to Z sweet mart. So it is a sweet shop, bakery shop. So you can see the items: chocolate, payday, ice creams, bread and butter. So it is the bill of a sweet shop and address is given, and invoice number. So invoice number is just the number of the bill, and also invoice date, that is the date of the issue of this GST bill. And one important thing is also given here, that is GSTIN or GST in. So what is GST in? GSTN is the identification number of the dealer, that is goods and services tax identification number is this. This is very important for a invoice. So what all are included? This is just for the information. It will not be asked in exams to the students. So what is GST in? So you can see so many 15 digits. I think 15 alphanumerical digits are present here. Alphanumericals, that is digit and alphabets are present here. And you can see the 27. The first two digits 27 stands for the state code. So it is 27 is the state code of Maharashtra. Then the next 10 digits is the PAN card number or PAN ID of the dealer. That is, you can, the supplier's PAN ID is the next 10 digits. And then you can see the rest of the first two digits stand for the state code. Then the rest of the 10 digit PAN card ID. Then the remaining 3 stands the ones in this remaining 3, one stands for the registration, and the third and 5 comes by default. So it is uniform for all the invoice bills. So this is for your information. And now we go to the content of the invoice bill. You can see serial numbers. So serial numbers given to all the items. You can see here 5 items are given, so their serial numbers are in the first column. The next column is HSN code. So HSN code is simply a code of the items that is sold. You can see the name of the products sell. So a specific code is given to all the items that is sold. So the code of the items are this, and name of the product. You can see chocolate, ice cream, bread, butter, paid, etc. And next, rate means the actual amount of the individual items, that is per kg, per pack, per kg or per liter. You can see the actual amount of the individual item is the rate. And you can see the next column is quantity, that is how much amount of the item we purchase, that is 500 grams, 1 bar, 1 pack, that is 1 pack of ice cream, 1 pack of bread, 250 grams of butter, etc. The next column is the taxable amount. So you can see two things are very important that you should know is the taxable amount and the total. The taxable amount is when we get the taxable amount. Here the rate of the item is 400 and we only buy half kilogram of the item. So 400 is for 1 kg, and when we buy only half kg, we have to buy half of the rate. We have to pay only half of the rate. So 400 is for 1 kg. So half of 400 is 200. So the actual amount the retailer have to pay is 200. And the next is chocolate. 1 bar of chocolates amount is 80, so the taxable amount is 80. And 1 pack of ice creams amount is 200, so the taxable amount is 200. And 1 pack of breads amount is 35, so the taxable amount is 35. And 500 rupees is for per kg of butter, only buy the 250 gram, that is 1/4 of the 1/4. We need to only pay 1/4 of the amount, that is 500. So 1/4 of 500 is 125 rupees. So this column taxable amount stands for the actual amount that we need to pay for this item. Taxable means we need to the taxes are not charged on this item. We need to add GST or tax to this amount. And the difference between taxable and total amount is, total amount means with the taxable amount, when we add the GST we get the total. This is without tax and this is with tax. So you need to note these this is important, taxable amount and total amount. So taxable amount without tax and total amount, when taxable amount is added with the GST, we need to pay the actual amount that we need to pay, we get here. So in GST has two parts, that is CGST and SGST. So when we pay GST, we pay actually to the central government, that is CGST. Half of it goes to the central government, half of the other half goes to the state government. So we are paying two GSTs, the central goods and service tax and the state goods and service tax. So how we you can see the same amount repeats in the CGST column and the state GST column. SGST, CGST have same rate, percentage of tax and the amount of tax. So you can see I am taking the item chocolate. So chocolates actual amount is 80 rupees, the taxable amount is 80 rupees, but the GST of the chocolate is 14% to the central government, that is CGST, and another 14% to the SGST, that is to the state government. So we are paying 14 plus 14, that is 28% of tax when we buy a chocolate. Please the note point, we are paying 14 to the state and 14 to the central government. So 14 plus 14, 28% of this amounts we pay as tax, that is the 28. When we calculate 28 percentage of tax of 80 rupees, we get that as 11 plus 11, that is 22.40. 22 rupees we pay to the government as tax. You can see the 22, how we get 22. 14% of 80 is 11.20, and again another 14% of 80 is 11.40. So 11 plus 11 is 22.40. So 22.40 added with the 80, we in the end the purchaser buy the amount of 102.40 rupees. So the actual amount, you can see the actual amount is 80 rupees. By when GST is applied to the actual amount, we pay 102.40 rupees to a bar of chocolate. The same is for the rest of the item. You see in the case of bread, you see the actual amount is 35, but since the bread is an essential goods, comes under an essential goods, we doesn't pay any tax. 0% of tax is applied on the bread. You can see 0% means we doesn't need to pay any amount. So 35, we pay only 35. But in case of ice cream, its amount is 200, but 9% of the tax we pay to the CGST, and on another 9% we pay as SGST. So 9 plus 9, 18% of this 200 we pay as CGST. You can see the actual amount is 200. When 2 GSTs are applied, we pay 236 rupees to this ice cream pack. 236, that is actual amount 200, we pay 236 as GST. 36 rupees we pay as GST. In this 36, 18 goes to the SGST and another 18 goes to the state GST, SGST and CGST. So 18 plus 18, that much 36 rupees we pay as GST on one pack of ice cream. So I think you have understood. And this total, you can see the total means you see the total of all this is 723.40. 723.40. So then this much amount we pay as including the GST, this much amount we actual amount to be paid is the total rupees is 723. In this how much rupees is we pay as GST? 41 plus 41, that is 82 point something, 83 point something, 83 rupees we pay on this much item as GST. Now let us solve a problem. The question is, Pawan Medicals supply medicines. On some medicines the rate of the GST is 12%. On some medicine the GST is 12%. Then what is the rate of GST and SGST? We have to find the GST and SGST of the medicine. So the GST applied on some of the medicine is 12%. We have to find from the GST what is the SGST and CGST. So we know that the GST is included in as two parts, that is CGST plus SGST we get the GST. So we need only to take half of the GST, that is GST is 12%. We need to find half of the 12, that will be the CGST and SGST. So the GST rate of the medicine is 12%. GST is 12%. Now in the question is asked, we have to find the SGST, CGST, but we know that CGST equals to SGST. The amount of SGST and CGST same, that is equal to the half of the GST. So what is the GST here? 12 by 2, that is 6. So 6% is the SGST and CGST, that is state GST and the central GST. 6% is the answer of solution of this problem. So we go to the next problem. On certain article, if the rate of CGST is 9%, then what is the rate of SGST and what is the rate of GST? So CGST is given in this problem, that is 9%, and we have to find the SGST and the GST of this article. So let us, what is given in the problem? The rate of the CGST. So rate of CGST is equal to 9%. What we have to find? SGST. We know that SGST is equal to CGST. So therefore we can write the rate of SGST. The rate of SGST is equal to that of CGST. So CGST we know that is 9%. So SGST will also be 9%. So then what we have to find? We have to find the GST. So the rate of GST is equal to the CGST. We need to add both the CGST plus SGST, that is 9 plus 9, that is 18% is the rate of the GST of this article. So the solution is 18%. The rate of GST of the article, rate of GST 18%. Go to the next problem, third problem. Miss Real Paints solves 2 tin of Leicester, 2 tins of Leicester paint, and taxable value of each tin is 2800, and if the rate of the GST is 28%, then find the amount of CGST and SGST charged in the tax invoice. So 2 tins of Leicester paints taxable value is given, that is each tin's taxable value is 2000 rupees, 2800. Taxable value, you know what is taxable value? The amount which GST needed to be applied. Without GST GST needs to be applied. Without GST, the actual amount of the tin of Leicester paint is 2800. That is of the each tin. We have to find that of the 2 tins in this problem. If the rate of the GST is 28%, we have to find the amount of we need to find that, not the rate, we need to find the amount of CGST and SGST to be paid. So first we can write what all are given in the problem. So the taxable value of each tin is 28,000. So taxable value of each tin is equal to Rs 28,000. Therefore in the problem we have to find the taxable value of 2 Leicester paints. So the taxable value of 2 tin will be 2 into 28,000. 2 into 28,000, that is 56,000 rupees, 56,000. So the taxable value, that is without tax, the amount of 2 tin is 56,000. Now what else is given? The GST, rate of GST is given, that is 28%. Rate of GST is equal to 28%. So the rate of GST is 28%. So we know the rate. Now we can find from this rate the amount of GST. So the amount from this rate is given, that means rate means percentage. We have to find it monies. How much money of 28% of 56,000 we have to find. For that, how we will find? The amount is 56,000. Of this 56,000 we have to find the 28% of 56,000. So we will multiply 28 by 100. Since it is a percentage, we will divide 28 by 100. So 56,000 it is 5,600. 5,600 into 28 by 100. So the 100 zeros will be cancelled here. Now 56 into 28. 56 into 28 is 1568. That is 1,568 rupees. We have to pay as the total GST. So GST includes CGST and SGST. So we can find the CGST and SGST from this GST amount by calculating half of the GST. That is CGST is equal to SGST is equal to GST by 2. So GST is 1,568 by 2 is 784 rupees. 784 is the CGST and SGST of this paint tin. So we are going to with the next problem. The taxable value of a wrist watch belt is rupees 586. Rate of the GST is 18%. Then what is the price of the belt for the customer? So what all are given? Taxable amount. Taxable amount means the amount without adding GST. The actual amount is 586. So let's write that. So the taxable amount of the watch is given as Rs rupees 586 rupees. Also given the rate of GST. The rate of the GST is 18%. You can see 18%, and we have to find the actual amount the customer have to pay for this belt. So for that we have given the rate of GST. We have to calculate the amount in monies, how much money we need to pay as GST for this watch. So we have to calculate 18% of this 586.